Did you know the average adult spends about a third of their waking hours watching TV and online videos? That's a significant chunk of our lives dedicated to passively consuming content. What if we could reclaim some of that time? Imagine the possibilities if we replaced just a fraction of our screen time with activities that energized us, sharpened our minds, and deepened our relationships. This isn't about giving up entertainment entirely. It's about making conscious choices about how we spend our precious free time. It's about finding a balance between unwinding with a good show and engaging in activities that nourish our souls. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore 10 simple yet powerful evening routines that offer a welcome alternative to defaulting to Netflix every night. These are not radical life overhauls, but small, manageable shifts that can have a big impact on your well-being. We all know that feeling of waking up already behind, the one where your morning is a frantic scramble from the moment your eyes open. But what if you could wake up feeling calmer, more in control? Taking a few minutes each evening to plan for the day ahead can make a world of difference. It doesn't have to be complicated. Lay out your clothes, pack your lunch, or jot down your top 3 priorities. These small acts of preparation can significantly reduce morning stress. Think of it as clearing the runway for a smoother takeoff. By dealing with potential triggers the night before, you free up mental space to focus on what truly matters. When you start your day with intention, you set a positive tone for the hours ahead. It's like giving yourself the gift of a mini vacation from morning chaos. And who wouldn't want that? Our minds are incredible, but they can also be relentless. It's like our thoughts are constantly spinning, often fixated on unfinished tasks or unresolved issues. These open loops, as they're called, can clutter our mental space and make it difficult to fully relax. The simple act of writing down these nagging thoughts can work wonders. Keep a notepad handy and jot down anything that's taking up mental real estate. It could be a work deadline, a bill you need to pay, or even just a fleeting worry. The goal is not to solve these issues immediately, but rather to transfer them from your mind to a tangible form. Once they're on paper, they seem less daunting, less likely to keep you up at night. This practice creates a sense of mental closure, allowing you to unwind more fully. It's like hitting the pause button on your worries, giving your mind permission to rest. We're all bombarded with information these days. Social media feeds, news headlines, endless streams of content vying for our attention. It's easy to fall into the trap of passive scrolling, our minds numbly consuming whatever pops up on our screens. But just like our bodies thrive on nutritious food, our minds benefit from quality input. Instead of mindlessly consuming whatever's in front of us, let's be more selective about what we allow into our mental space. Choose a thought-provoking book, engage in a stimulating conversation, or listen to a podcast that expands your horizons. It's about feeding your mind with substance, not just empty calories. When you prioritize quality over quantity in your media consumption, you'll find yourself feeling more energized, more engaged with the world around you. It's like swapping out sugary snacks for brain food. It's become almost second nature to reach for our phones whenever there's a lull in the day. Waiting in line, phone. Commuting home, phone. Feeling bored, phone. While technology can be incredibly useful, it's easy to let it dominate our evenings, leaving us feeling drained rather than recharged. The key is to find a balance. Instead of letting tech dictate your evening, make a conscious effort to engage in activities that nourish your mind and body. Read a book, go for a walk, cook a meal, have a conversation with loved ones. Think of it as creating tech-free zones in your evening. Perhaps you designate an hour before bed as phone-free time. Or maybe you make a rule not to have your phone at the dinner table. By setting these boundaries, you create space for more meaningful experiences. You might be surprised at how much richer your evenings become when you're not constantly plugged in. Remember the simple joy of gathering around a table with loved ones, not to stare at screens, but to engage in some good old-fashioned fun. Board games, once a staple of family entertainment, are making a comeback, and for good reason. Playing board games offers a much-needed respite from the digital world. It's a chance to unplug, connect with others, and exercise your cognitive skills. Whether you're strategizing your next move in chess or laughing hysterically during a game of Cards Against Humanity, board games offer a unique form of entertainment that can strengthen bonds and create lasting memories. Beyond the social benefits, board games can also sharpen your mind. They require strategic thinking, problem-solving skills, and often a healthy dose of creativity. So gather your family or friends, dust off those board games, and rediscover the joy of face-to-face interaction. You might be surprised at how much fun you have without a screen in sight. We live in a world saturated with text messages, emails, and social media updates. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we're connecting with others, when in reality, we're just skimming the surface. While texting has its place, it can't replicate the depth and intimacy of a genuine conversation. So, challenge yourself to pick up the phone and call that friend you've been meaning to catch up with. Hear the nuances in their voice, share a laugh together, and experience the kind of connection that only comes from a real-time exchange. You might be surprised at how much more fulfilling a phone call can be compared to a string of text messages. It's a chance to slow down, listen attentively, and truly engage with the people who matter most. In a world that's constantly urging us to do more, faster, there's something incredibly grounding about a good old-fashioned phone call. It's a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful connections happen one conversation at a time. Reading. It's more than just a way to pass the time or gather information. It's a passport to different worlds, a portal to new perspectives, a sanctuary for the mind. Yet with the demands of work and the constant barrage of digital distractions, reading for pleasure often falls by the wayside. But carving out even a short time each evening to get lost in a good book can work wonders for your well-being. Choose something purely for enjoyment, something that sparks your imagination and allows you to escape the pressures of daily life. Let the words transport you to far-off lands, introduce you to unforgettable characters, and ignite your sense of wonder. Reading allows us to step outside of ourselves, to experience the world through different eyes, to learn and grow in ways we never thought possible. So, curl up with a captivating novel, dive into a fascinating biography, or lose yourself in a collection of poetry. Your mind will thank you for the mental vacation. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel tethered to our devices, constantly bombarded by notifications and the pressure to respond immediately. But constantly being on can take a toll on our mental health, leaving us feeling drained and overwhelmed. It's essential to set boundaries with our digital lives, to reclaim our time and attention. This means resisting the urge to check our phones every few minutes, to scroll through social media before bed, to feel obligated to respond to every email the moment it arrives. Remember, it's okay to disconnect. It's okay to set your phone aside and engage with the world around you. It's okay to let emails wait until morning and to silence notifications while you enjoy dinner with loved ones. Your time and energy are precious. Protect them by setting healthy boundaries with technology. Our bedrooms should be sanctuaries for rest and rejuvenation, yet all too often they become extensions of our busy lives, cluttered with work, technology, and distractions that interfere with our sleep. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to reclaim your bedroom as a haven for sleep is to remove the television. The blue light emitted from screens can interfere with our natural sleep-wake cycles, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Additionally, watching TV in bed can create an association between your sleep environment and wakefulness, making it more challenging for your mind to wind down when it's time for bed. Instead of ending your day with the mental stimulation of television, create a calming bedtime routine. Take a warm bath, read a book, or practice some gentle stretches. Transform your bedroom into a tech-free zone dedicated to relaxation and sleep. You'll be amazed at how much more refreshed you feel when you prioritize sleep and create a peaceful sanctuary for rest. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to lose sight of the small moments, the fleeting thoughts and feelings that make up our human experience. But taking just a few minutes each evening to reflect on your day can offer a profound sense of gratitude and self-awareness. You don't need to write pages upon pages. Start small. Keep a notebook by your bed and jot down one line about your day. It could be something you're grateful for, a lesson you learned, a moment that made you smile, or a challenge you overcame. Over time, these single lines will paint a vivid tapestry of your life, a collection of memories, insights, and experiences that might have otherwise faded into the background noise of everyday life. It's a simple practice, but one that can have a profound impact on your perspective. It's a reminder to slow down, to appreciate the present moment, and to find beauty in the ordinary. Your evenings are yours to design. They are pockets of time that can be filled with intention and purpose, leading to a more fulfilling life, one evening at a time. Experiment with these ideas. See what resonates with you. Adapt them to fit your own lifestyle and preferences. The key is to find what brings you joy, what nourishes your mind and body, and what allows you to truly unwind after a long day. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection or adhering to a rigid schedule. It's about making conscious choices about how you spend your time and energy. It's about creating evenings that leave you feeling refreshed, inspired, and ready to embrace all that life has to offer.